Good morning, everybody. Out on my morning walk in Lake Conroe, Thousand Trails in Lake Conroe, Texas. Let's take this opportunity and talk about credit. Now, a lot of people when they're starting off in life, they think, oh man, I have a low credit score. Let's define credit to start off with. Credit is not just the score. Credit is the score, credit history, how long you've been at your job. There's a multitude of factors that go into whether you're going to get a loan or not. Everybody's like, oh, I just need to raise my credit score. No, it's more than just that. You can have a 750, 800 credit score with no job. And if you don't have a job, ain't nobody going to give you a loan. They take your score into account, how long you've been at your job, if you've missed any payments over the last 7 years, and if you've declared bankruptcy and so on like that. And you can have a bankruptcy on your record and have a good credit score. So, if you're just starting off in life, this is a beautiful RV park, by the way. If you're just starting off in life and you need to get a car loan, or if you have a kid who's just starting off and they need a car, a lot of car dealers, if you go in and talk to them, they'll say, well, you need a cosigner. No, don't do that. Cosigning is bad. It more often than not, it does not end up good. The reason being is because when you cosign for your kid, that goes on your credit report too. And if your son or daughter, if they miss a payment, that's a derogatory on your credit report as well as theirs. So, I'm going to give you a neat little trick to do. Instead of cosigning, tell them to wait 2 months and then put them as an authorized user on a credit card with a low balance. Don't give them the credit card. When you go and have them put as an authorized user, tell the credit card company, send the credit card to your own address, and you hold on to that. You hold on to that credit card. You don't even have to tell them that you got it. Tell your kid that you got the credit card in there with their name on it. As long as you keep up the payments, and as long as your balance is low, their score will skyrocket. Now, you do that, and then after 2 or 3 months, they can go in and get a car loan on their own with a decent interest rate. Now, to give you an idea, if you ever go into a dealership and they're advertising 0% interest for however many months or whatever like that, the score itself has to be a 720 or higher on that. If they don't have a 720 score, they're not going to get that deal. That's just the way they work. They use that to sucker people in to sell cars and so on like that, by offering 0% financing, which can be a good deal if you follow the rules on it. If you don't follow the rules, you're going to get screwed on it, because one missed payment and they start charging you outrageous financing and so on like that. So keep that in mind. Do not co-sign. Instead, put your kids as an authorized user on a credit card that you have a continuously low balance on. It's the best way to get them started. And then once also what they can do is, after they get the car loan, what they can do is they can go and get their own credit card if they like. I'll tell you what, I don't know a credit card company in the world, if they have a 750 score, I don't know of a credit card company in the world that's going to deny them a credit card on their own. So just keep that in mind. Now, going through life, if they can keep up on those bills, no problem, and they can keep their credit score high, and they have a job, and they're filing their taxes and everything like that, after 2 years, if they have the job that pays enough, they can qualify for a home loan. Now, home loans are funny. Because what they do is they not only look at your credit, but they actually look at how much money you make. They might, when they say, well, you qualify for this much of a loan, that's because you only make this much money. Now, if you let these cars go by here. If you make, let's say, $60,000 a year, you're not going to qualify for much of a home. They're going to say, well, we will give you a home loan, but it has to be less than a $125,000 home loan or a $150,000 home loan. And also what they're going to want is just about all the time, they're going to want 20% down in a conventional loan. Now, what you can do is apply for an FHA loan. And you can put as little of a down payment as 3.5% down payment on an FHA loan. But keep in mind, if you put down less than 20%, you're going to have, your payments are going to be higher because you have to get insurance on that loan, private mortgage insurance, which can usually raise your payments up $100 a month. So to be ideal, you do want to put the 20% down and get a conventional mortgage. Also, if you get an FHA loan, this is the clubhouse here at Thousand Trails in Lake Conroe, by the way. Beautiful landscaping. If you get an FHA, ooh, flowers. If you get an FHA loan, they're also going to require that you actually live in the residence 6 months or a year, depending on the loan, before you can do anything with it, like rent the house out or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Cornhole. Somebody working over there. They got tennis courts here. Laundry room right in that door right there. That goes into the office, employees only. Giant barbecue grill here. This thing is huge. I mean, here, give you an idea of scale. That's my arm there, and it only goes about halfway across it. So, FHA loan is a good thing if you plan on living in the house for a little while. If you're going to do any kind of type of real estate investing with rentals and so on, they won't let you do that. I will cover real estate investing in another video. There are ways around that, so. And then this walkway goes out to the pool. We'll go take a shot at the pool real quick. See if anybody's in there. I don't know if it's open yet. I think it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't think it opens till about 9. But they have a miniature golf course here. A little pavilion. No playground for the kids. It's a beautiful RV resort. Lake Conroe, Thousand Trails. So, anyway, the best way to get a good credit score is to start off, with in a good situation. Now, if your credit is bad because you have collections or anything like that, I suggest you get a credit counselor or a credit lawyer to go over your options with you and have them fix it. I always suggest Lexington Law. I am not paid or endorsed by Lexington Law, but they've done me right in the past. Beautiful pool here. And they also have a little area down there, and we'll walk around the fence here because the pool ain't open yet. But yeah, if you have any derogatories on your credit, forget about it. Basically, don't even count on getting a loan because from anybody. Now, one thing I wanted to touch on when it comes to derogatories. People will sit here and look at their credit report and say, well, those derogatories are medical bills. You know what? Lenders don't care. I know a lot of people say, well, you can get around medical bill, blah, blah. You can, but it takes a lot of work. Lenders see a derogatory on your credit report as a derogatory, don't matter whether you skipped out on a credit card or you acquired medical bills. They don't care. A derogatory is a derogatory. Anybody who tells you differently is wrong. I'd like to see the proof of that. See, so here are some cabanas down by the pool. The grass area from the pool kind of terraces down, and they even have a fire pit over there where you see the wooden chairs around it and everything right there. That's actually a propane fire pit. This place is très cool. So going back, medical bills, it doesn't matter. If they're on your credit report, they're bad. Judgments from medical bills and so on like that. The thing is if you go to a credit counselor, or like I say, go to Lexington Law, they will have an easy time removing those. Now, let's define easy time removing. Easy time removing is you call, if you call them, don't expect it to be like the next day they're gone. It takes 30 to 60 days for that stuff to, if a lawyer or credit counselor does something for you, it takes 30 to 60 days for what they're doing to come off your credit report if they're successful. Nobody at the credit bureaus moves fast. I mean, seriously, I think sometimes it's a division of the IRS. They do not move fast. They are slow moving. And so don't expect, like you call a credit counselor or a lawyer, and the next week you have good credit. It doesn't work that way. I just tell people plan on 60 days. If it comes sooner, great. If not, if it takes a full 60 days, then it takes a full 60 days. It's not an overnight thing. Now, one thing that drives me nuts, and one of my sons did this to me. He said, I'm getting a credit card, starting to slowly build my credit. Now, slowly, everybody's like, it takes years to build your credit. You know what? Actually, it doesn't. You can turn your credit around in as little as 60 days. Now, you just got to do the right things, Everybody's case is different. Somebody over there at the dump station. So, if you have bad credit, you sit here and you think, I can't do anything because my credit's bad. Well, fix your credit then. Take the steps that it's going to take. If you want good credit, then get good credit. You have the right info and the right tools. It can actually be it can be easier than you think. I mean, my credit score when I first started learning about credit was a 512. Within 2 years, I was up over a 750. Just got to do the right things. And nobody's credit is hopeless. Let these cars go by again. A lot of traffic for 7 o'clock in the morning. Come on. Quit dilly-dallying around. Hurry up. So, just keep in mind, nobody's credit is hopeless. I'm going to let you guys go. Please like and subscribe to the channel and check out my Patreon page. And I appreciate you spending time with me this morning, and we will talk at you guys later. Bye.